Welcome back. I just wanted to touch on another topic. I'm not sure if this is a normal thing for anyone who is battling grief, but for me, my personal experience with my dad passing last month, just starting to see things a little bit differently. And I'm not sure if that's due to his actual passing or all of the, I'm just gonna say, foolishness that happened afterwards, as far as closing things out. I guess the SOP for behavior from fans and friends and family after someone passing. People being, I guess, emotionally heightened and being a little bit selfish, if I'm being completely honest. I don't know if that had an impact on me, but it definitely it's one of those things that's tough to deal with along with the past. And it seems like after my dad passed and he was actually gone, the folks who were still alive, made it more challenging than the actual event of him passing. But through all that, I say all that to say this, it's starting to change me, and I'm not sure if that's due to me coping with this grief, or the way I see things is gonna last, or if this is the permanent me versus the temporary me while I attempt to cope and deal with this grief. One of the things that's changed is how I see things now. You know, with death being so final, you don't really have a lot of time to mess around. I feel like complaining is pointless. Life is not long enough to sit around complaining about how bad things are, or like just dealing with trivial issues. I just don't feel like life is long enough. You know, we get about 80 years here, give or take. The 30, 40 years you get initially are for making mistakes and learning from those, hopefully. And the last 30, 40 years are supposed to be geared towards serving and giving back and add value to people however you can. Hence me going through this time and trying to find a way where I can deal with this and also help somebody else who's potentially going through the same thing. Because personally, while we were going through everything, I found strength in helping other people get through it. You know, my siblings, my mother, friends, families, any kind of relatives. I felt better trying to help other people navigate it, if that makes sense. So all the while being back in Newark, New Jersey, trying to deal with all of that stuff, it kept me kind of stable, if that makes sense. Kind of better and not losing my mind. But the moment we get back home, it's just like all bets are off. I may not be showing it externally, but internally I am all over the place, just crumbling to 1,000 pieces, trying to come to grips with this. Life slowed down, it's not as busy, I'm not planning funerals, I'm not navigating this, that, and the other. And I got back to regular life, then it hit me like, man, he's really gone. I can't text my guy no more. I can't, tell him how bad the Cowboys are gonna be forever. Because they're just gonna be bad every day, all the time, I should say, because they're just delusional and they think they have a right to be good, but that's a whole nother story. I'm just gonna say Dallas sucks and put that out there. Fly Eagles fly. And I'm not gonna be able to have those conversations with him. I'm not gonna be able to reach out to him and him kind of talk me down from being kind of in a place where I'm, maybe overthinking things or being too heightened in certain areas. I'm not gonna have that anymore. And it's rough. It's rough. You have those regrets, like, man, I wish I hadn't acted a certain way. I wish I talked to him different. I wish I asked him more questions. That's the biggest thing. I wish I asked him more questions. I wish I asked him for more stories about his upbringing, different experiences that he had. I wish I had more of that, because sometimes you can get it from other people, but it's nothing better than getting it from the source. And my dad, he would say some of the most off the wall things. So it always made for a good story just talking to him, especially as I matured. Being able to understand him better was is one of the things I'm going to miss most. But I would say to anybody who's going through this process, hold your head up. Try to always circle back to those positive things, those things that make you smile, make you chuckle. Old photos, old text messages, old videos, if you have them, all that stuff is priceless. And it becomes so important when you no longer physically have that person here to chat with or whatnot. But as far as like who I am now, how it's changed me, sometimes I don't know. Like I don't know if this is going to be me going forward. I wouldn't say I'm a lot colder, but in this respectful way, I don't really care that much about certain things that are trivial, because in the long run, how much impact is it going to make on your life or your well-being, on the well-being of the people closest to you? If it's trivial, I'm not giving it a lot of energy, because how much does it really move the needle when it's all said and done? So trivial matters, yeah, they just go over my head because I'm not really entertaining them. I'm not putting as much energy as I would have prior to my dad passing. So it got to be important to me. It got to really move the needle for me. And that's not just what I deal with on a day-to-day basis, like right now, but moving forward, like it has to really be impactful. It got to be able to really propel me in a positive way for me to really invest my energy. So I think that's one of the changes that's going to stick, and that's a good thing. I found myself doing things that I didn't do before, like this video, because I can see myself in the past being in my head too much. Like, am I gonna be talking too much? Is it gonna be boring? And now I'm just like, I don't care. I felt like doing it, so here we are. And if I don't feel like doing it tomorrow, then I won't. So I'm less in my head. I could say that this passing, I'm trying my best to use this grief as fuel to do things that I know I should be doing more of. Should be running more every day. I should be spending time to read with my daughters more every day. So I'm just attempting to do more of those things that's gonna move the needle and make an impact long term. I'm finding myself standing at the mirror to watch my girls do their gymnastics instead of sitting down and playing on my phone. I'm standing at the window watching them. I may have a book in my hand and I'm looking up and looking down and things like that, but I'm finding myself being more present, and that's important to me because they're gonna remember that stuff. Of course, I can sit down and play on my phone. That may be more enjoyable, but I'd rather stand at that window and watch my girls flip around for 90 minutes or however long it is that session. But just finding myself being more present for the things that I feel matter most, things that are gonna be more impactful long term, and dismissing the things that are trivial and just don't move the needle as much as for me. So I know I did a lot of rambling. This is not what I intended to talk about when I started this video, but here we are. So if you lost someone or you grieving, you're going through it, my heart is with you. I can truly say that I feel you, and my condolences to you. And I pray that while you come through this and you come out the other side, you're doing it in a positive way. You're not running to the bottle and things like that, because that doesn't really move the needle either long term. Feel those feelings and be productive when you're feeling them, and try to help somebody out, because that's what helps me. Whatever works best for you, I pray that you find that thing. But I just want to send some more thoughts and feelings out to you guys, and I wish you guys the best in this journey.